Hello and welcome back to part 2 of Good Morning Pattaya, Pattaya Channel's very own breakfast show. And as our regular viewers will know all too well, this is when we have a look at some of the best of the web. And they will also know that my faithful sidekick has turned up yet again to have a look at some.
All right, I'm here. I made it.
You made it?
Thanks for calling me to wake me up.
That's all right.
High five for that.
I just
yeah,
know
you're the man. You're the man. You're the man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it wasn't that high. That was sort of mid five. Do you ever get low fives in America?
Low fives? No, we don't do low five.
What about dwarfs?
Dwarf five, just smack them. No, no, we don't do that. We praise our dwarfs. You know, they're highly revered.
Right, they're very good and must get a lot of work in Disney movies and things.
They get work as extras in dwarfs in movies, and
exactly.
you know they get used for props and things like that.
Used as props. Like just get stood in the corner, hey, dwarf, just like sit there and.
We're going to get angry dwarf hate emails now.
Yeah, I probably will. So move
Sorry.
on. Not so long ago, it was the 4th of July. Did you do anything special for it?
That's the day when we drink a lot of beer. So.
I thought that's
I had to celebrate with that. Every day, well, you know, sometimes.
Even more beer than normal. Well, it's funny that you should mention beer, actually, because our show today is all about advertisements. And we come up with our first advertisement is a British beer commercial, but aimed at you Americans, talking about what would have happened if you had lost the American Revolution and you were still a British colony.
Still stuck on that, still stuck.
Exactly. But what you're about to hear, I agree with him. It would have been a lot better. And let's see if you agree after watching it.
Oh, happy 4th of July, America. Ready to fire up the grill and celebrate our victory over the Brits? Well, I'm not, because despite that incredibly convincing American accent, I'm one of those Brits. Now, I've acted in film and TV for years, but my greatest performance is acting like I don't care that every summer you gobble down tube sausages and celebrate kicking our arses, or butts, as you say, incorrectly. Do you really still have to celebrate your emancipation from us? I mean, that's like your girlfriend breaking up with you and then celebrating with fireworks. Every year, for 300 years. It gets my goat. But what really gets my goat is imagining how great America would be if we were still in charge. Oh, America, if we'd won the war, you'd have better comedy, news, TV programs, and way better rude words. Oh, I'm talking fanny, trollop, minger, tar, minge bag, bleeding, sodding, blooming, cocked up, get stuffed, and of course, wanker. Imagine how sophisticated you'd sound when you're insulting someone. Oi, Brad, your wife's a slag! Now piss off, you wanker! See how classy that sounded? With our accents and your American self-confidence, you'd be unstoppable. Yeah, you'd have to pay a few more taxes, but you can't put a price on that. Great Britain, too, would be the greatest country on earth. Your lawyers would all wear powdered wigs, so criminals really respect them, and you'd have all the mushy peas you can stuff down your bloody great gobs. Oh, and if you get sick, you don't need to worry about medical insurance, because with the National Health Service, a doctor will see you for free in about 2 years. Plus, your taxes would be spent on things you really need, like a royal family who do the tough jobs no one else wants to do, like being driven around in a really nice car while waving. You'll want to eat some apple pie, then shoot some hoops and have a hoedown? F***ing bollocks.
This July 3rd, grab a Newcastle Brown Ale and toast to how great it could have been if we won.
That was really funny.
I think he makes a very convincing argument there. I think
Yes,
it would
you know,
all
yes.
be a lot better if you were still a colony, actually.
You know, mushy peas must have came to US and they just didn't stay. You know, we just didn't really catch on.
But you got a bit of food from everywhere. That is why American food is very good. But so many of you Americans are very fat because the food's so good and the portions are so huge.
The Brits are pretty fat too.
We're catching
nowadays,
up fast. We're
really
catching up fast.
Big, like some big tires around there. I see. You know,
it's all the fast food, taking over the world.
Yeah, or the fish and chips.
Yeah. That's not.
Well, that's fast food in
exactly.
In UK, isn't it?
That's fast food. So yeah, definitely better.
There was one word there I was wondering. Well, it said it was like bullocks. You can't.
Bollocks,
and there's a cock top.
You say that again, just to entertain our English audience. Try Americans say to say bollocks. That all sounds funny.
Bollocks.
It's wonderful. Bloody bollocks. Say
Bloody bollocks.
It's hilarious.
Bloody bollocks.
No, Americans can't do it.
It just doesn't work,
Can't
huh?
do it.
No?
Yeah.
But plus, I can't even do a British accent at all.
No, you can't. And you're a trained actor.
Well, yeah, when accents just don't work for me. Yeah.
No, I think you just stick with the same one.
Brad Pitt can't do accents, I think, either.
Naturally, there's quite a lot of Sandra Bullock. She is always plays Sandra Bullock. There's a lot of actually top actors and actresses who don't have much of a range at all. But anyway, we are talking about advertising. We're not talking about that. We just drift off the point as usual. Now, this creative Swede had a car he wanted to sell. And did he put a little classified in the newspaper saying, I want to sell my old Volvo?
I'm guessing not.
He's not, because he's a very clever, creative ad guy. So he made a very impressive commercial to try and sell his 14-year-old Volvo.
You might already recognize him. That early 19th children's program, Hexen and Memory. A masterpiece of kinetic energy, of dynamics and mechanics, sprung from the hands of engineering wizards of a bygone era. Cold-hurled and forged in spotless tweed in 3 different sauces. Alone in the world with its safety patent for its earwig beam. Yeast your eyes on this, mother. Do you want to be perceived as rich and cuddly? Course you do. Then buy my car with your dough. This car is equipped with both an inside and an outside. A curly exhaust, 2 pieces of black roof sticks, increased lumbar support, and hepatitis B. Spinsy winsies on both sides, and also 4 door handles, one of which is bunk oil. Decorative plate scab on the tail boot. Plastic gills with triple backdraft. Art. Smooth cabin with a slick dash. Fancy turning crank with a built-in safety bladder. Pelvis straps. And an AUX kettle. Oblong chrome nipple with 5 on it. A square spot with a glossy surface. Only 340,000 circular bends. And a recipe holder. Pure renegade. Pop that pony's face. A real ladies' magnet. According to the legend of my grandfather's father's grandchild's great-child's child, the backseat is haunted. 4 very round rubber humps included. Fab caps is extra. Yeast out and touch faith and buy my Volvo. Please.
That was really funny.
It was, and that went like incredibly viral. It's got like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views now, which for a car commercial is pretty good going.
I wonder if that helped sell it.
I would imagine he sold it. I
Yeah.
would imagine, because it's become so famous now that I'm sure somebody must have wanted to buy it just to be the guy who owned the one from the big viral video.
Yeah, totally. Well, you know, there's people who really are very loyal to Volvo.
Yeah, I actually had a Volvo. I loved it. It was because BMWs is just a bit too predictable, so I had a Volvo which was as fast, but just a bit sort of low-key.
Well, and it's such a
Classic.
strong car, right?
Exactly.
It's more low-key, yeah.
Exactly. And the police drive them in the UK because they go really fast, actually. Everyone underestimates them.
They're like speeding tanks.
They are, and they're very, very safe, even if you do pile them on.
Exactly.
So that ad was so successful that Volvo was so impressed that they actually brought the guy back to do a commercial for one of their new cars.
Really?
Which is also as impressive, as interesting as the first one. Let's have a look at it.
From a roof on a car park drives a car with a voice on top of it, alongside with a pigeon. Then the car exits, and there we go. How is that even possible? A rocket cam? A gnarly face? A crap of Christ? Bask in the glory of all that is upon your face. The V60. By far the most comprehensive piece of thing ever created. Armored with a masculine chrome brooch and a full frontal. A huge amount of two brightsies. An ambient splitter. And a cavernous twerk. In accordance with Volvo tradition, the car is, of course, furnished with an inside. Soft hardtop. Floor bibs. Clicks and beeps. Sacred book, including 2 free stickers. Engraved subtitles. Engine. Seamless hepatitis. And a roof barrel. Crossword hints for the bold. Aerial footage whispered. The new Volvo V60 is most definitely a car. Due to its 4 wheels, it's not just a motorcycle, nor a plane. We're pretty proud. It's a car. Cuddle your senses.
It's a car.
It's a car, absolutely. No, that does really take the mickey out of all the car cliches, because most of the car commercials, they're so boring. They're just the same shots of people wandering off into the distance. And
Yeah, and they always do an
happy
aerial
people.
footage where they can see the car
Exactly.
zooming down
it's just like
some country road.
So cliched.
Yeah.
But obviously there's a downside to cars as well, in that if you drive a bit too fast, you can kill people. So all over the world, they're doing all of these public safety commercial type things to get people to slow down. And this last clip that we're going to see actually comes from Northern Ireland. And this is all part of their safety campaign to get people to slow down. And it was quite controversial. And here's why.
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place. And if I stayed too long, I'd probably break down and cry. Oh, sweet child of mine.
Since 2000, speeding has killed a classroom of our children.
Oh,
Shame on you.
sweet love of mine.
You can never control the consequences if you speed.
I shouldn't be laughing, but that was
Shame on you.
That was a stupid ad, though. That was just so over the top. How a car could be going that fast, like somersault over, and exactly squash 30 children. I mean, that was just
that's
stupid.
really amazing.
So whoever did that advert,
And to get that whole flipping action going on the car is not easy to
ridiculous.
get.
That doesn't make me want to slow down. It just makes me laugh at the stupid commercial.
It's a great song.
It was. and
Awesome.
It started off so well.
Just think of it like a music video for the song.
Whoever shot it was a genius, but whoever came up with the idea in the first place was an absolute complete idiot.
But it was at the end. It was just odd, and then it was sort of like, and then oddly laughable.
It was,
At the
especially
end.
when you have a sick sense of humour like I
Yes,
do.
like
And
we
talking
do.
my sick sense of humour, it's going to be back again tomorrow for some more crazy clips. See you then.